We've made some subtle yet very significant changes to the garage plan since last episode. We've submitted those changes to the county and let's hope they approve. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Again, in today's episode, we are talking about the significant changes I've made to my garage plans. They're very subtle, yet extremely significant. If you're new to the channel, my name is Sean, and this channel is all about helping you guys plan, design, build, and upgrade your garage. Today's episode, I'm going to take you through on the computer screen with those changes that we've made, and I'm also specifically looking for some feedback from you guys around the floor plans, specifically the mechanical room floor plan as well as the upstairs floor plan. So let's jump right into the changes that we've gone through on these designs. If you remember last time in the last episode, which I'll link right up here and you guys can go check that out and then come back, we had an issue with the county where the connector or breezeway or whatever you want to call it from the house to the garage, from the existing garage to the new garage area was not large enough. So what we did is we turned that connector into kind of like I was originally thinking, more of that wash bay area, but we wanted to keep it open because this, this area here is a lot of the flow from the front garage or front driveway area to the backyard. And whenever we come out of the garage today and this structure's not here, we always walk around the corner and walk to the backyard to get to the backyard. So we wanted this to be an open area that we could definitely pass through, which is why we kind of went with the current design with the roll-up glass doors. So even when the doors are down, this will be an area that looks kind of like a pass-through area. It's going to be a high-traffic area. It could be a wash bay in the future. Most likely what it's going to be, we're going to have the garage doors up the majority of the time. It's not going to be a conditioned space like the garage, but hopefully this will get us over the hump and the county can say, yes, this works. This will work for our requirements to make this a home expansion and not an accessory building. So some other significant things that we've done, and I wanted to show you this, is really on the height and playing with the height of the ceiling and the floor and everything like that. So it's all a trade-off because one of the big goals for me and for our family is to make this, yes, a large, big garage, but not make it feel so large and not make it overpower the house. And so the maximum height I wanted to go with this was 26 feet. The current roof peak of my second-story roof on the existing structure right here is roughly 26 and a half, 27 feet. So I wanted to set a firm guideline that, hey, we're not going to go higher than the existing structure, and I'd like to be a little bit lower if possible. So that was one of the goals. So that we set that roof height, and that really dictates everything else below it. So in the last episode, we had my garage ceiling height at 13 feet. So we have this 2-foot tall floor truss here, which is what we're going to use to separate the lower garage area from the upstairs. And one of the main reasons is because we're spanning this 35 feet here, and I don't want any posts below. No posts, no obstructions in the garage. That was a big thing for me that I did not want to have in the garage. So in order to do that, we need some significant strength and structure up above. And so this 2-foot deep floor truss will also help with running utilities, frankly. We're going to have some nice big areas to get utilities through, which will make it actually much easier. Last episode, we had this at a 13-foot ceiling height for the bottom of this truss to come. So this dashed line in between here, it was up another level. Something that was affecting this is, in order to keep the same roof pitch as my house, this 7.5 to 12 roof pitch, this area here was interfering with the roof area, and not ideal at all. We were either going to have to get extremely creative with the trusses, or the roof trusses and the floor trusses, or a very simple solution was to move this down. The other issue that we had with the height was, you can see 6 feet tall is this long line here. That was going to be the height of where this wall over here met the dormer. So the dormer area coming down here would meet, this wall would meet the ceiling at 6 feet tall. And I'm 6 feet tall, so normal ceiling height in most houses is 8 feet, so we'd already be 2 above that. As you get closer to the wall, it's not a huge deal that you would be kind of losing that height, because not much goes up against the wall anyways, and we're going to have windows here. But it's something that I wanted to explore. Okay, how can we maximize the space in the second story to be able to take that up a notch? So ultimately what we did is, this is just one of the compromises, we moved the lower ceiling height down to 12 feet, so we split the difference. So now this is a 7-foot height here, so we're about a foot shorter than most ceilings. But again, this is going to be a vaulted ceiling area, so we're going to go up significantly in the center here, so it's going to feel much bigger. And we're only going to be 7 feet right up close to this area over here. So not a huge deal, but significant from an overall garage structure standpoint. It helped us out here where we're not going to have 2 trusses colliding in a construction mess. Great, you drew it on the screen, but now you can't really build it. So we brought it down. We're going to have 12 feet. There's other lifts out there other 2-post lifts out there that can clear this 12-foot ceiling height. We will have 5/8 drywall up on the ceiling to act as a fire break for the floor above. So it'll be a little less, I would say, call it 11 feet, 11 inches will be the rough maximum height that we could go with the lift. And there are lifts that definitely can accomplish that. You might not be able to raise a lifted truck all the way up to the max lift height for it, before you would hit the ceiling, but for smaller, shorter cars, it will not be an issue at all. But I lose a foot down below, but I gain a foot above, which is a great trade-off as far as I'm concerned. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is how we kind of incorporated this breezeway. So if you remember in the last episode, we just had a door, and it was a rather short short transition from the existing garage to the new garage. And there was a door, and it went right into the garage. So we've actually pushed the new garage area down towards the south, or towards the bottom of the screen in this picture. We've pushed it down, and then we've also pushed it a little bit away. So the goal here again is we've kind of added another parking spot here, and then we've allowed the ability for this to be a very open area, an open breezeway area. So we have 3 overhead doors. Now they're shown as 10 feet tall. I don't know that they need to be that tall, but this will at least get the general concept to the county to say, okay, this is another garage stall. This is continuing the expansion of our home, and this is not just a short, small, tiny breezeway or covered area. The county has made us cover this and enclose this. So these 3 doors will really provide excellent, excellent traffic flow through here. We put one on this side that will kind of roll up this way, so we can take the covered patio, which we haven't necessarily finished where everything's going to go on the covered patio yet, but this 3rd glass garage door will give us really good transition space. And with all these open, it'll feel it'll feel just like you're in a covered patio throughout this area. You can walk through back and forth. And again, I think we're gonna have these doors open the majority of the time. So basically the traffic flow will be come through the mudroom, out the door. There's a few steps down here. I think we're gonna have to change the direction that this door opens. We're gonna open it the other way, so it opens here and swings this way, and then we'll probably do some stairs coming down over here so they don't interfere or go straight out this way to interfere with the traffic. So you'll come down the steps here and you'll walk over, and then you'll come in this door into the garage. Now, a few more things that need to be done is set up most likely another wall here that will really be where the pressure washer is mounted, where the deionizing system is mounted. But we'll get that all figured out. I'm not sure if it's going to go this way or if it's going to go this way, but we will get some sort of mounting set up there. The other thing we did is the transition from the covered patio. We added another. It's shown here as a glass roll-up door. I'm thinking it could potentially be 2 sliding patio doors over here as well. So interested to hear your feedback on that. Please put that down in the comments below on what you think we should do here. But with all 4, whether it's the sliding doors here and then the 3 glass garage doors here, with all those open, this is going to be just the space is going to be so much more usable. The flow of the activity, how we want to use this space is not just for garages and washing, but this is going to be, a hangout area. This is going to be where we have people over for parties, and that kind of is a great segue to move into the mechanical and the stairs area. So another thing we did is, instead of the stairs starting down here and going up this way and up this way, we've reversed that. So to get upstairs, you now have to come over here and go up the stairs here and then up. So this will actually come up into the dormer area versus coming up into the backside of the building. A little on the fence about this, and this is where I can really use your help. So the main changes that I've kind of shown you are done. We've enclosed this area. We've made it so that it is, here's a rear view of it. We've made it so that it is really the flow of the traffic throughout the area will flow nicely. We currently have a patio coming out here out of our little breakfast nook, and so still need to do some landscape planning to see how this is all going to tie in. But again, the goal is to have this connector breezeway area and really an additional garage spot in the winter that's not conditioned. Just keep the snow off the vehicle for the kids or whatever. Most of the time these garage doors will be open, but when they're closed, it still will feel open. It has that glass look to it. So this is just a front view of how the house will look. Not really overall different from what you saw in the last video. The garage doors themselves, I think we might want to try and center them a little bit more. Just from a symmetry standpoint, that might bug me in the future, but it would make this one push over a little bit, but we can work that out. So I think I've taken you through just the big major changes. The side view, we've got the 3 windows here, we've got the center window back here, and actually I like the symmetry of this on the back side, where this window, even though it'll be enclosed in the stairwell going up, it will still, kind of serve a purpose to add some extra light in there in the morning, because I think we really want to have that open to the upstairs, but that's another thing we can consider. So, and again, maintaining this large roof section for a ton of solar to go on here. So that is really the big changes. I mean, they are very subtle, but they have a significant impact on how the space is used, from the ceiling height to the stair transition. So I'm really interested to get your feedback in this mechanical room area. So we've changed the direction of the stairs. Do you think that's a good idea or not? Or do you think we should leave it how we have it? Or do you have a complete other suggestion on where the stairs should go? I'm not going to do exterior stairs. I know the Instagram posts lately have featured exterior stairs. In the winter, I want to be able to walk in a fairly conditioned space all the way from my house upstairs to where the workout area is going to go. So the one thing I don't really like about this layout and this setup compared to the last one is the mechanical room coming off of the exterior wall. Now, back here is likely where we're going to have the entrance of the utilities as far as electrical power. So the meter will be back here. There's a power pole, if you extend this over here, out over this way, where we're going to bring the power into the building here. And so being able to mount that up against the wall with the mechanical room pulling back, I don't know how tall. Yes, we could probably get underneath here, but I'm going to have a post here. And if this area is the shower and the toilet and the sink, I think this is good because it compacts it. It keeps it underneath the stairs, which is nice. But I just don't know if this mechanical room is in a good position right. Let me know what you think. Let me know if the bathroom you think should change, because eventually what I'm going to have to do is store here, have the inverter in here, have a number of different components in here. So just kind of a mechanical room rundown list. Air compressor, going to need to have that in here. Central vac, going to have that in here. Boiler for the in-floor heat. Furnace and air conditioner for if we decide to go the forced air route versus just mini splits in all the rooms. So that would be a consideration as well. And then battery storage, the inverters, this is going to be a jam-packed mechanical room, and I want to make sure I have space for that. So just something to think about. I know, we will have, go back this way, this will be the mechanical room area here from this side view. So we will have extra height in there, which I could mount some things up on the wall, because this is going to be, 12-foot high ceilings, even all the way up through the mechanical room. But, I don't know if having it away from that exterior wall is the best idea. But at the same time, now we can tuck the bathroom over here and really keep that out of the way. So let me know what you guys think. Right now, the stairs are going to come up over here. So they're going to come to the landing back here on this far side and then come up here and exit right up here. And so the second story floor plan really shows that well. So the stairs will come up, there'll be a landing down here, and then you'll come up this way and exit right here. I'm not thrilled with the layout of the storage, the hangout / theater room and office podcast. And so I'm not thrilled about this, but at the same time, the stairs are the main driver of this. So I'm thinking about changing the way the storage might run the length back here, and just have a very long storage area. The height will be lower because it will run back here. But again, if I have this double wide, double the width of, like a normal hallway, and build shelves all the way along the building, I will have plenty of storage. So that is an option as well, where I could have a wall here, and then the other pieces, the other rooms start further out this way, which would start with a higher ceiling height, which would be nice. But I'm interested to get your feedback on what I should do with the storage. The other thing is the windows. We'll have a window right here in the center. Up top, we would have the one in the stairwell. I would want this to be as light, as open, as bright of an area as possible for working out. So I'm thinking of taking the theater room and actually twisting it so it runs the length. And then collapsing the storage area, and again moving the storage kind of back here, whether it runs the entire length, whether it stops right here. So the hangout theater room would rotate this way and kind of come all the way out to here, and then really over here is your main workout area. And again, that depends if we're flipping the stairs to how they were, where you would actually come up this way to the landing and up here and exit here. It would be a little bit different than if we have it this way. But I think this might be the best if the stairs do follow this direction to take the storage, collapse this down, run it the length or almost the length, and have maybe a little bit of extra storage out here. But then bring this entire area out, the workout area out, and have this whole entire area as workout area. I really think that's going to be best. It's going to be the brightest. It's going to have, I think that's going to be best. But then that gets back to the mechanical room. So a lot of trade-offs here, a lot of things going on where one thing affects another thing, which affects another. That even gets to the point of where the bathroom's located. If you're hanging out in the covered patio area, if we're grilling out, and or even just hanging out around the fire outside or something like that, and you need to go to the bathroom, instead of having to walk all the way through all of this to our downstairs bathroom, which is right here, opening the door and walking in. So the question is, do we need a door? If we need a door here, if this is more of that sliding style, could you just slide the door open and come in that way? Does the bathroom have to be right here? Can it be relocated over here? So here's what I'm asking. Take a screenshot of this and use your SketchUp tool or Paint or whatever it is. I want to see your suggestions. Move things around. Tell me where they should go. I'm really interested to get your feedback. You can direct message me on Instagram. You can shoot me an email at detachedgarageinfo@gmail.com. There's so many ways to get in touch with me, but I really, really want your feedback specifically on the mechanical room. Which way should the stairs go? Where should the mechanical room be? And where should the toilet and shower be, the bathroom be? And does this need to be up against the exterior wall for the mechanical room? That's a big question for me. So that's number one. Secondly, the upstairs area. The upstairs, how should this all lay out? Take a screenshot of this. Tell me what you think. Should the stairs go the same direction? Should they change? Should the storage go the length of the building? Should we wrap everything around this way? Let me know what you think, where the theater room should go and all of that. So big thing that we're trying to accomplish here is making sure that this new breezeway transition connector extra garage spot meets the requirements of the county, because if it doesn't, that's where we really need to focus our energy. So I hope you guys enjoyed the subtle yet large changes to the garage plans. I really think we're getting very, very close to nailing some of these things down. I'm so excited to see your feedback on the floor plans and the layout. I'm going to get to work with Simply Savvy Studio again to do some of the floor planning, space planning, and layout. The architects have been fantastic to work with. We really need to get this general massing phase done and approved by the county so we can see how this all works. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the feedback you've already provided. I'm very excited to see the feedback that you're going to provide by taking screenshots and marking this up. Really excited to see that and get your ideas. So thanks again for watching. I appreciate your help, and hopefully we'll have a live stream and another episode coming out very shortly. Hope you guys have enjoyed the more frequent video count, and thanks again for watching Detached Garage.